some of you are not joined with your IFDP number. So this one we are asking for our record purpose. So kindly join in with your IFDP number followed by your name. Thank you.
Rajalakshmi ma'am, good evening. How are you?
Yeah, good evening, Dr. John Malay. I'm doing great. Thank you.
Very nice. Yeah, nice to hear your voice.
Yeah, thank
Good.
you.
So she's one of our regular participants. Okay.
Hi, Dr. Christiana. Good evening.
Hi, ma'am. Nice seeing you here.
Yeah.
Yes.
Is Mrs. Venita joined?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
I'm here, sir.
Yeah, okay. All right. Christopher,
Okay.
we can
It's
begin.
time to begin the program. A cordial welcome, everyone. The topic for today's session is life transition and coping skills. Now, I invite Vanita Kandasamy to introduce and welcome today's resource person. Over to you, ma'am.
Yeah, good evening and a very warm welcome to each and everyone gathered over here. We are truly delighted to have all your presence as we embark on a journey of learning and inspiration. I would like to introduce our resource person, Ms. Christina Venita Deepa, is an eminent and versatile mental health professional with over 18 years of experience in counseling and psychological well-being. She holds an undergraduate degree in psychology, a master's in social work with medical and psychiatric specialization, and MSc in counseling and psychotherapy. Driven by her passion for counseling, she also completed a postgraduate diploma in advanced counseling training and is a trained psychometrician. Currently, she is pursuing her PhD in psychiatric social work. She is an expert in psychotherapy, art based therapy, and family therapy. She begins her counseling practice in 2008 by working with various prestigious institutions such as Good Shepherd International School, Ooty, Santhom Higher Secondary School, Chennai. From 2014, she has been working as a student's counselor at Loyola College, Chennai. Currently, she serves as a consultant psychologist and psychotherapist at ARKA Hormonal Center in Anna Nagar and as a consultant family counselor at Kaveri Hospital in Alvapet. Also, she has enriched her practice through a wide array of professional training and certifications includes positive psychology, clinical psychology, dream analysis, handling Z generation, mental health first aid, hypnotherapy, healing the inner child by making a comprehensive contributions in the field of both clinical and academic environments. We are happy to welcome you, ma'am, and I now invite you to take us forward with your session. Thank you.
Thank you so much for this wonderful introduction. And I thank the management and the department for this meticulous effort that you people have put to bring all of us together. And the last 3 days, the workshop was excellent, excellent. To begin with, today we are going to see the practical side of this life transition and coping skills. These days, are you able to see my screen?
Maybe you can come on the slideshow mode.
Okay, now?
You're able to see. Yeah, fine. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
So these days we were looking upon what are the life transitions, what are the stages, and by Dr. Arun, another resource person, it was beautifully brought up, and we all are well aware of the structure that is happening, and we have learned a lot of theories in our academic sector. And I was asking Balaya sir, how many of them are students and how many of them are staff? He said more staff and less students, and that is a great reach. I'm happy that this platform is for budding therapists and people who are already into the field. That is a great thing. And so I don't want to delay in talking about the theory part of it. And to be very frank, I'm a little weak in that. And let's go directly into the practical side. I want this session to be an interactive session. Whenever you want to ask something, you can stop me and ask. If I know the answer, I will definitely tell you. If you know the answer, please tell me, because let it be a mutual knowledge sharing session. As we all know from the theory, family is a unit, system, they have a common traits, blah, blah, blah. And I like this picture, gone are those days. One manual and two via Bluetooth. Gone are those days because now only one, and most of the time it is not there. I'm into clinical practice for many years, so I could see a drastic change, especially after COVID. The term family, how people term the word family, that the very definition itself is changed. And any other word to define family? Do anyone know how this generation is defining family? Any idea? Any new word than this nuclear, joint family, expanded, extended, whatever it is? These are all common things that you have learned. Z generation, any clue? Students?
Partners?
Pardon?
Partners.
Partners.
I came to know from one of my client.
Okay. It looks very common word. We can use it anyway. Okay. And nowadays, I come across few words which I was shocked, because I don't know whether to fit this into a family, or is that the way they express from their side. These are few words that I was able to get in. Sync, single income, no kids. They are very clear, very clear. And most of the time, single parent, one income, no children. And then most of the young generation doesn't want to get into any commitments. Double income, no kids, yet they may plan in the future. Double income, no kids, but with a dog. Nowadays, this generation, this phrase is blooming. They just give a name for the dog, and I was surprised when I met one girl who was talking about a particular name again and again. Then I had to ask her, who is he? Then she said, oh, it's my dog. And she wanted me also to address not as a dog, but with the name. They are so much attached with that, and they feel that one of the family member. And both of them are employed and with kids. Again, with kids, we have to see how many kids. Is it a single kid or many? Usually they don't go for the second child because of the commitment and the economic status. As we all know, these techniques of family therapy, these therapies are there for ages. We were using this in a different way. These therapies give us a basic structure of how to go about. But as a therapist, practically speaking, when people come in front of you, we know what to do, but we don't know which one to choose, when to change, how to change. Because in any sort of counseling setup, the entire scenario is tailoring to the need of the client. We cannot stick on to one particular therapy or one school of thought, which will not work in an Indian setup. So we know these things, basically an overall structure of what it is. But when it comes in front of our chair, the entire scenario is different. We all get stuck. Okay. During my experience, and then I've tried few simple techniques and tips which really helped me. I didn't go with any particular theory or the structure which is given in the book, but here and there picked up few things, tried with trial and error, and beautifully certain things have worked out for me. So let me share from my side what worked for me. And if you have any ideas to pitch in, you are most welcome with that. So before going into the therapy session, as we all know, we have to get ready with the platform. What is the goal that we are going to achieve? These things you have to keep it in mind before you think even helping someone. Otherwise, you'll be emotionally connected with them, and then you will also start traveling with the same family. And you will end up going on the other side as a therapist, not as a therapist, as a client. So we have to be very careful in handling family as a system. The first thing, we have to make them understand themselves in a better way. Why are they like this, and what are we supposed to do? Focus only on the ongoing issue, not the person. We have to be very careful with our words when we speak to them. that we don't target someone's character, rather we focus only on the problem. So it's very easy to phrase this, but when it comes practically, it's very difficult because we have to be mindful that what words we use. Help them to see the problem and the person as different aspects. You're not the problem, you're a person, and we have to differentiate and make them understand that. And before going into it, we have to be very clear there is no perfect parenting, perfect person, perfect family. There is nothing called perfect. Each one have their own perfect things to do at home. It doesn't mean that only women should do these works and men should do something. But usually therapists get caught here by stating statements like, whatever we have in mind, we project it there. Oh my God, he's your husband. Why is he not doing this? Even this you can't understand. Your wife is not washing the vessels. How come? The parents did not teach you. So these are the phrases that will collapse the entire therapy session. So we have to be mindful that we don't use any perfect family concepts here. When you meet people individually, make it very clear. Let them define their roles as a member in the family. In everything, in any therapy, we don't talk much. We allow the client to talk. We get the information. We make them to plan things and execute it in the way they wanted it to be, not as I wanted it to be as a therapist. Though I have seen many families, I cannot put certain things in their plate without their consent, which is not right. So we can make them to define their roles. And we can also tell the family members to support each other in the role they take it up and give them a safe space to pour out. For example, if there are 4 people in the family, we can meet them together or individually and tell them, if you want to really pour out, don't pour out in the immediate first circle people. That will create extra chaos. Let them pour out with someone outside who's not at all related, like a therapist or someone very far, just like that, so that they can feel free. Encourage family members to consider each other's perspectives. For this, we have to teach them not to react than to respond. We have to teach them how to respond. Most of the time, there is a conflict between I don't react. That doesn't mean you're responding. That is different. This is different. Most of the time, we get stuck. We just shut our mouth and walk away, thinking that that is responding. That will trigger the other person on the other side. That is also a reaction for them. So modeling healthy communication and conflict resolution skills, active listening and empathy, understanding and compassion. These are very common words we use in counseling setup. And I know it's not at all easy to teach them unless and until a therapist know the family in a better way. So I'll come out with few easy tips. Most of them must have known this, but still easy tips which I use in my daily practice. And I also think that it will be useful for you. As Dr. Arun was telling on the first day about genogram, genogram will give you a diagrammatic picture of what are the traits that is following, basically of mental health, physical health, and all those things. The birth order, we have to take it into consideration, family roles, and this particular topic of men and women brain differences really helps the couple to understand. Lovely points that they just get that spark. Yeah, this is how it is. I'll tell you everything in brief in the coming slides. Love languages and the personality. Okay. Genogram, as we know, everyone knows that it's not that easy to come out with a genogram, but if you are good in that, it is very good to understand, because we see them once in 10 days or once a week or once a month. And to just recollect this genogram will definitely help. Birth order. Okay. I would suggest that if we can take your notebook and just start writing about yourself where we get stuck. So it will be useful in both the ways as a therapist and to work on the self also. Anyone have any idea like firstborn traits? What are the firstborn traits? Buy the book.
Responsible.
What is the main trait?
Responsible.
Responsible. Wonderful. Second or middle child? Can just text or okay. The first bonds tend to be responsible. Should be. I don't know how it is in nowadays. And the middle child, always a sandwich. They learn. At the same time, they get pranked. They're very intelligent. They're competitive. They have to struggle to get things done. Last born, usually pampered. Nowadays, single child, again, attention seekers. One boy among girls, one girl among boys. And now this concept of adopted child is very common. They feel empty most of the time. How much ever you give love and affection, they still feel empty. So when you know this pattern of where they stand, it will be easy for us to guide them. Coming into family roles, hero, heroine. This is how we find ourselves. Most of the lifetime, how we have been projected within our family. How where we when we are with our family group or with our friends group. In this group, the participants, many of you would have been in hero or heroine stage. These people are like this. They're very strong, responsible. They will always be in limelight. They like to be in limelight. In a family, if there is a hero or heroine, the parents always tell that, oh, she's a very good girl. She goes to the college and she's very good in studies, this, that, and all. Among all the 3 or 4 kids, they will talk only about one particular person all the time, and that particular person will be an ideal role model for the entire family and the friends group. So we have to know the client where they belong to. The enablers are the people who are very nice people. They are very good, responsible. The one thing they'll do is how to find an enabler. They always used to be a fixer. They poke their nose in others' problem. They cannot see conflicts going in front of their eyes. In spite of everything, they see that everyone are at peace. They think that they are the saviors of the world and they go out of their way to do this. Many of the therapists come under this. And when you are a fixer, if you know that you are a fixer, your counseling sessions is going to be very, I wouldn't say bad, but it will be very heavy for you, because after every session, if the counseling did not work, if you feel, then you get upset. You get broken and your self-esteem goes down. You don't get that satisfaction. But we all know that as a therapist, as a mental health professionals, there is nothing called success or failure in counseling setup. There is nothing called like that. You take up the case, you do your best, you make sure that you don't get emotionally involved with them, emotionally bonded with them, no transference and counter transference happening. Your job is to give the space, make them to open up, channelize things. If we can give that space to talk among themselves, and they fix their problem and they go out of their room. If we can do that, then you are a good therapist. So most of the fixers come here. Now be aware, if you are a fixer, then it's going to be difficult for you. Next comes pleaser. Even some pleasers are there, should be there in the group as a therapist, because pleasers are like this. They are very sweet. They want to be in good books. In everyone's book, they are very good. Everywhere there are goody people. And they just walk like a saint. They want to do everything that people wants to. They cannot say no. So when I say in this tone, they cannot say no, it looks nice. But actually they're not assertive. So they take up everything and they suffer. They don't have time for themselves. They cannot take care of themselves. And any single criticism, any single no from others, it will hurt them to the core. The entire life remote control is with other people. So other people can easily manipulate them. But enablers are not like that. For enablers, they suffer from inside. If it doesn't work, they suffer from inside. For the pleasers, it's like this. And a scapegoat. Even today, we had a heavy case in our setup where a particular person had a panic attack, and we were trying to settle it out. 20 minutes, half an hour, 2 hours, 1 hour, 15 minutes. Then slowly it came down, and then she was not open to tell what happened. And we know that some double bind situation is going in her head. And slowly when she opened up, she said, "Ma'am, I'm the middle child, and we are 3 girls. The first one is very studious. I'm also very good in studies. I'm very good in everything. The last one is also excellent in everything. But whenever there is a competition in our school, we all study in the same school. Whenever there is a competition in the school, we all will give the name. Since the little one belongs to the middle school and the first one in higher secondary, teachers will select only those 2 people, and they say in the same family 3 cannot give the names. So I'll be left out. And wherever we all go, I feel I'm left out. I feel that I'm not given so much of importance. I'm good in everything, equivalent to them, but the recognition and affirmations, I didn't get so much. And they all blame on me. I asked what blame. The little one got sick. They said, you didn't take care of her, that's why she's sick. When I want to apply for the college, I want to try my NEET. I didn't get through. So second year, I want to apply for some UG course. That time, my father did not get money. The salary was not properly given. That time, some shift in the family. So they all blamed me because of my Rasi only. They did not get the salary. So for everything, the scapegoat is pointed out. This is the way they are projected, and it goes deep inside. The positive side is if you can tame that scapegoat in a good way, they can be a great reformers because they are very intelligent. And if you don't guide them properly, they will easily influence in a negative way. They have that tendency to do that because they have got hurt so much, it's easy for them to hurt others. And then this clown, they seem to be very easygoing. They distract the entire scenario. They can't see people being very serious. They don't take anything very serious, nothing like that. But they have another side also. They wanted their feelings to be private. They will not let anyone to come into their first circle. You cannot be a very close friend with a clown person. They will not allow you. They will hurt you. They'll push you out. They are goody friends with everyone, but they are not a very close friend to even a single person around them. So these are the positive and negative side of clown. Invisible child, they're not a disturbance at all. If you go to a house, you ask for someone, where is she, where is he? They will say, she was roaming around here, I don't know where she went. She will take care of her things very well. She's very soft. She don't disturb anyone, and she's very good. But the negative side from her, the invisible child side, they cannot ask for help. They cannot ask for guidance. It's very difficult for them. For them, whatever they know, with that, They wanted to manage the entire show. So if you find any person in a family like this, invisible person, or even in your workplace, give them a job, keep them alone, they will happily finish it. They cannot be a team player. And if there is so much of stress in your workplace, put a clown inside there, then the entire group will laugh and they will do their work happily. Okay. And next comes the little spouse. Little spouse, many of the therapists also come with this little spouse, where when one of the parent is not present when they are in their childhood, then these children take that little spouse role, where they are very mature and they're very responsible. But on the other side, on the negative side, challenging side, they miss their childhood. They don't enjoy much. They really miss their childhood. So you can apply this in your own family, what role you play and what role others are playing, and how do you make them work. That is very important. In a therapy session, if I have a family in front of me with 5 or 6 or even 4, if I'm able to fix which roles they are playing, I can make the other people to understand, so that the cohesion of the family will be better. The communication will be in a better way. Most of the issues happens when we don't understand the other the way they are. For example, I just get into a bus. It's very rush, and I see one person in one seat. He's not allowing anyone to sit next to him, and people are crushing here. In my mind, I start scolding him. See, there are so many people here, and this fellow is not allowing anyone to sit there, and that is lady's seat, and this fellow is sitting alone, this, that, blah, 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 blah. But once I get down, I see that man is also getting down with a crunch or with a handicap thing. And the moment I know that he was an handicap, the immediate shift happens in my brain. This is the basic understanding that we should have with everyone. If someone is behaving or reacting in a certain way, it's our duty that we have to make sure that something is making them to behave in that way. If we can understand that clue, it's easy for us to relate. Any questions still here? Am I going very fast?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
ma'am. Just repeat it, your last one. How do we observe on this thing? So just now you told me, repeat it.
Little spouse.
Yeah. No, not
Okay.
overall. You are giving some example, no?
Okay.
Yeah, that.
I'll give another example. For example, if I'm walking towards my office and I see one little kid running towards my office, and the moment I reach my room, some I could hear a noise. Okay, something is broken, which I like it so much. Maybe a flower vase or a glass, whatever it is. I want to give one at the back of the child. Maybe he's a grown up, even a college student. But the moment I see him, I see he's mentally retarded. I could sense that he's disturbed, he's not well. So that particular moment, the shift happens.
Correct. Yeah.
So when we know these roles, what others play in our family. For example, I don't get along with my sister until I know that she plays a clown role. Then I know, okay, I am a little spouse, I am very responsible, or I am a hero heroine. I cannot take this clown nonsense, because for me they are the distractors. But the moment I know that, okay, these people are like this, their personality is somewhere around this, then it's easy for my brain to accept and to understand.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, sir. How can you work with a scapegoat? Say, I was telling, no, there are two different, positive things and the challenges. They are very intelligent. You can use their intelligence. For scapegoat, they used to say, you have to use this word. You have to tell that if not you, who is going to do it? Then that flatters them just like that. It works. வேற யாரு பண்ணுவா? நீ தான் பண்ணணும். You use that word and they are with you all the time. So this is how we deal with that.
You're
Okay.
good in that.
Yes.
Maybe you're good in that work.
This really helps in even in
Yeah.
the workplace with the kids. We should know which word to use that will directly hit them than going round and round with all our communication that will not reach their head. Yes. And coming to this, I don't know how many of you will agree with me. Um, these are few points I've taken to just give a glimpse of what it is to make them understand. But in my practice, it has worked in a wonderful way. When the couple is sitting in front of me, they just pour out like anything. They just pour out like anything. So usually I tell them in a separate session, in a individual session, I tell them this is how men are, this is how women are. And we also tell this to our students, and that makes lot of difference in the gender understanding. There are many conspiracy theory against this, that it is not like that. Now we are all evolved and Z generation, alpha generation, all those things. But certain things are default in our brain. I know out of this group only 70 will accept this, but still I have tried in my practice and it has worked. I used to give the understanding of how men are. For example, if there is a stress situation, men will flight or fight. Sorry, I did a spelling mistake here. So one is flight and fight. For example, you drive on the road with your wife at the back seat. Someone just hit you or just uh, came very close to you, and you had a shake. The moment you are disturbed, either you stop the vehicle, you see that that fellow is gone, or you just avoid it and you fly off. But for women, any small stress, we talk about it, we assume things, we befriend with the stress. And many men will say, you don't like that, then why are you doing that? Most of the time we know that we don't like, but by doing it again and again, we are happy with that. When I have some problem, I talk to 10 people and then I say I'm good. But for men, you don't even open your mouth on anything. The second thing is focus on the product. This is a very typical example. Men will easily say, I want dosa, I want white chutney, red chutney, whatever. For us, is the dosa color is ready? Is coconut is there in the fridge? Will that be enough? Should I get tomato? Oh, this fellow is asking that. Should I chop the green chilies or should I put red chili powder? For each one, each taste. The process is already there in my mind. So I say, oh no, dosa I cannot do. For men, dosa to chutney. That's all. For us, which vessel, which spoon, is the gas okay? Should I make in this? Will the mixie make noise? And all those things comes to my mind. So we focus more on the process than on the product.
Is it
For
because of
example,
the responsibilities?
no. We are made that way, sir. We are made that way. The product itself is like that.
That is
Okay.
Ma'am,
that is the
sorry to
men.
interrupt. I think
Yes.
men are more output oriented, but uh, we
Yeah, yeah.
as
Yes.
women, we look into input, process, product, and provide an output without any kind of error.
Lovely, lovely. I cannot say this directly, right? Thank you so much for that. And
No,
women are,
sometimes the straight to the
yes.
face is also needed, is what been taught to us in counseling sessions.
Balaya sir, be careful.
No,
Okay.
Balaya sir also, I think he encourages this all time.
That's nice. That's nice. Okay, yes. Here we focus on the process means we also think about the consequences, what is going to happen. We are more intuitive than logical. I'll come to those things later.
No,
The third
here I
one.
will again interpret.
Yes.
Whatever the situation you're saying in the home atmosphere. Suppose we have gone in some hotels or restaurant, so then there is no question of doing and processing is not.
Because yes,
Only
because the
outcome.
yes, because the one who is cooking will not see you, and they are paid separately, and you are paying separately, so there is no problem.
That's
We
what
are
I'm saying.
talking about the family.
Family
So
only,
under the
right?
same roof, the
Mm.
conversation happening, the see one person say something, the other person perceive it in some other way. That is what I'm trying here.
Family context, you're saying.
Yes, yes. And when it comes to men, they are very narrow vision. This you can see in wedding places where we go, we spend 2-3 hours in a wedding, we come back, and when the wife asks, "Did you see what color she was wearing and what jhumka she was wearing?" The men has no clue, no clue. He cannot even think of what it is. But for us, everything is wider. We pretend as if we don't see, but we note every minute details of everything, and that even that will give us more stress. That is how we are. And they usually say in this way that men brain are box brain and women brain are spiral brain, where men have boxes, and the special part is they have one empty box.
Empty room, yeah.
Yes,
Box.
empty
Rooms,
box.
yeah.
So when you ask someone, what are you doing here? Say, I'm working in Loyola, and many times I see this in boys. They just simply sit alone and think about something. Think about something is my version of the story. I go and ask him, fellow, what are you doing here? Nothing. For him, nothing is nothing. For me, how can you say nothing? You must be thinking of something, because my brain don't have that box. So I don't understand what it is to be nothing. For men, it is very easy. They have that box, they happily go and sit there. And that is why most of the men, they struggle in remembering dates and days and what color I was wearing on that day, what I was talking on that moment, and all those things, because they have box for each one of us. The moment you say Lakshmi, Lakshmi, they have to search which Lakshmi. For us, it's not like that. You mention one name, Kumar, I know 10 Kumars. I can immediately tell Kumar here, Kumar there. I have 4 contacts in my contacts. And the one fellow who was working 10 years back there, I can recollect everything. For men, it's very difficult. That's where they get stuck and they get into trouble with women. And when it comes to logical and emotional, you're
Any
more
special reason
intuition.
for this? Any special reason or something like this? Our characters are like that only.
Uh, I don't know the background of it so much, sir, because
It's a
it is
natural
it
thing.
yeah it has come in the evolution itself, because those days ancient days, the men were hunters and the women were gatherers.
Okay.
We are
Right.
not same species. Actually, we are complementary species. We have to complement each other. I cannot think that you have to think in the same way. Physically, height and weight may be the same, but brain
Mentally.
works in a different way. Yes, the way we understand is entirely different.
Right.
And when it comes to intuitional, it is very obvious. When you ask your mother, should I do this or that, she will immediately say, no, don't do that. You ask why, she cannot answer, because it's intuition. They don't have a logical reason behind this. But if you ask a man why you should not drink tea, he will have 100 reasons for this to convince us that we should not drink tea. This is where, so when there is a couple where the wife says not to do something, not to go take up this business, I don't feel good about it. Men cannot take it. What is not good in that? You tell me. What is wrong with that fellow? Then we have to come out with excuses telling that no, the way he sees is not right. I feel that he's cheating on you. And the husband will ask, how do you know? Though you're a psychologist, that is all the more. Don't behave like a psychologist. You keep all those things at your office, not here. And this is how the conflict begins. And we all know that men use less words and women use more words. So even when we are at home, we make sure the moment someone enters inside, we blabber, we ventilate everything. which doesn't even make sense to anyone. But still, for us, it gives more satisfaction when we talk more. And when it comes to thinking and usage of words, men are more straight, telling black and white how things are. For us, it's gradation of words. I put the word gradation means, for example, if I ask what is the screen of the color of the screen, it's blue. The single answer is blue. All you all agree with that? Yes. If you ask a woman how many blues are there, sea blue, navy blue, sky blue, Mary's blue, light blue, baby blue, we have the gradation. That doesn't mean this only is applicable in the color context. It is also with the words we use. For example, I wear a new dress. I stand in front of my husband. I asked how am I looking? He says, nalla தான் இருக்கு. Good only. I see his facial expression. I see the words. It doesn't give me a satisfaction here. நல்லா தான் இருக்கு. It's good only. It's good only. For me, it's just 20 marks. It's not the pass mark. For me, it should be good, very good, wow, amazing, and without the gap in between. If I wear a new dress, walk here and there, this fellow's not telling anything, I get angry. He should not give that space. The moment he see me, he should find out that I'm wearing new, and by default, he should say that it is wow.
Attention seeking.
Maybe, yes. Though I know that I only went with him, got the same dress, everything I know, but still we expect these things from them, and that is what I mean gradation of words here. So I always tell my kids, students that when you talk to girls, be very careful in giving a good appreciative words, so
Ma'am,
that
a doubt
you
here.
don't. Yes.
Based on the example that you gave, okay, about the appreciation and everything. How about the exact opposite? Okay, the person goes along, buys things and everything, and the female wears a dress. I'm just sticking to the same example, okay? And she or be it a man, they don't. You appreciate, I'm fine with it. You don't appreciate, I'm not going to bother about it. It's not going to impact me in any ways. You say my food, the food that you have cooked is great and awesome. Okay, thank you, fine, thanks for appreciation. You don't say even still you're eating, I'm happy about it. So which category they fall into?
Who fall into, because it differs from person to person. These are the common traits that women and men will have. Okay, for 70% of the people this will make sense, but the question what you are asking is, can someone be like that? Whether they appreciate, it's okay. Whether they don't appreciate, it's okay. Is it like that?
Yes. Yes.
I'll come to that later. I'll come to that in the later stage.
Okay. Maybe I jumped with
Yes,
sorry,
yes.
ma'am.
Yes, no problem. Thank you. Yeah. So this overall picture I usually give to the family members. Sometimes I call them separately and I tell them as a secret, this is how they are. You have to understand. Or sometimes I have to put plain blank telling that this is how they are. You have to understand. It has to be very strong. Only then the partners will understand why they are behaving like that. Once this goes into the brain, and then I think it's easy for others to understand in a better way. Here comes your answer. I also use this technique, love language. You all must be knowing this. And personally, I would say only with this, I worked with clients. Only with this, just to encourage what is their love language, encourage the partner to find out. I still remember one couple came to me in their 50s and 60s. So that uncle was in a 60 and that auntie was in 57, something like that, 5 to 7 years of difference. I was wondering, I've seen cases even in their 75s, couple coming in the age of 75, just to sort out the things that is going between them, which happened 40 years, 30 years back. They want to work on that. And either they want to settle it out and come out of it, or they want to go in for divorce. So I still remember those that uncle and auntie. They said we were a very happy couple, very happy couple. Everything was good, and people used to appreciate us so much that we have never seen a couple like this. That lot of appreciations. And off late, we had this 60th year wedding or some celebration at home, and after that. The that wife started taking things very personally, stating that you're not giving me time, don't touch me in front of others. And now we are our 60th anniversary, I mean 60th celebration is over, and we have to uh, behave maturely and all those things. Then I spoke to them separately, and then I said, why don't you people spend some time together? No, no, no. Already children are there, and grandchildren are there, and everyone are at home. We don't have time for ourselves. So I came to know that both the love language are touch. So just to hold each other's hand before going to bed, talk anything random, not about the family, not about you and me, just about the skies and politics, whatever is not related to you. Just do it for 10 days. And then after that, they came for the second session. They said they really felt some changes within themselves. It's not about quality time, it's about filling each other's cup knowingly, with awareness, mindfully doing it. That will make the other person to feel loved. Okay. People who don't know about this love language, let me give you a brief uh, thing about this. It's the language where you like to express to the other people in your own family. For example, if I am okay, let me tell you how this develops in each person. When I am a child, whatever I get a lot and whatever I miss to get becomes my love language. For example, if my father is in abroad, and me, my sister, my brother, all are here. And then every time when I get good marks, when I achieve something, my father used to send some gifts. He used to talk over the phone to my mom, and he used to send a lot of gifts. So for me, gift becomes the love language because I think Papa loves me. That's why he's getting me gift. For my sister, father is not coming. He's not dropping me in the school. He's giving monthly gift. So I don't want gift. For me, I wanted him here because I have not seen my father coming dropping me in my school. So for her, the love language may be physical presence. For my brother, whenever my mom talk over the phone, he may also talk over the phone with father. So for him, it may be words of appreciation. So three people from the same house, different love languages. For me, I think it's gift. So when I do something nice, I want these two people to give me gift. Only then it is called love. Otherwise, it is not love. So when you grow up, if there is if my sister is getting married and I'm somewhere working somewhere else and I have to travel all the way, or for a birthday party, for me, it's gift. I may get 1 lakh gift for her, send it through courier, but she will just throw away. She cannot value that. And that will hurt me again. There comes the clash. For my brother, if it's words of appreciation, I have to appreciate. I cannot go and give gift every 2 days once, like an act of this thing. He will take the gift, but he will not keep it safe. That will hurt me again. My brain will say, this fellow is not loving you. That's why he is not giving respect to the gift. So this is how most of the relationships get into trouble. And most of the time, I find very difficult to make the couple understand this or the family members understand this because they all use the same sentence telling that, why should I change? This is my original self. For me, this is how it is. Why should I change for other person? One thing we have to make it very clear that in our workplace, the wherever we go, We say thank you, we say sorry. For auto fellow, we say sorry, we say thank you. In a bus, we say sorry, we say thank you. And we have to wear a mask just to convince our authorities. And we take so much of trouble in maintaining that mask of being an official, being an authoritative position, being a teaching staff, being a student, whatever it is. But when it comes to family, we all take it for granted. We ask 101 questions why. My basic question would be, why don't you invest something for the sake of the family? Which is the crust. Today, I may be in a very good position in my college. After a particular age, I have to retire. When I turn back, I should have a good relationship with my family. Many people regret for not taking care of the family when they are working, when they are behind money. Many couples get into fight because of this. Most of the time, the men will think that they go for work and earn money only to safeguard the entire family, to give them lot of money and wealth and this and that. But for a wife, it will be like, at least one day you be with me. That will satisfy. So we should also know how to talk to these people. We should be very careful if you know that someone has the love language of words of appreciation, because they are very sensitive to criticism. Any words positive will boost them. Any single word of negativeness will push them down. And it will be very difficult to get along with them after that. So in that way, when it is a physical presence, whether you're there or not, repeat this word, I am with you. Repeat this word. Did you do your homework? No, ma'am, I didn't do it. Okay, let's finish it. Let's finish it. Don't worry. I am here. That fellow is somewhere else. But still, that word will make sense in his brain that, okay, someone is there with me. Give them that sense of being. You don't have to do any service for them. Just a word will keep them happy. Act of service, I will take care. This word will really make them feel good. You don't have to spend so much for these people. You have to just take a glass of water and say, are you okay? That will make them very happy. And touch. I know someone, uh, uh, a staff in the college, his love language is touch. Okay. His family is somewhere and he is staying here and working. So whenever, sometimes he just barging into my room, he will say hello to me. He'll just uh, give his hand. I have to shake his hand. Then I knew that I came to know that his love language is touch. Then I asked him what happened. He'll say, just now I got nicely from principal and I'm very upset. I thought I'll handshake with you. That gives me a, a safe feel. So what do you do at home? Whenever my teacher scolds or whatever happens, I come immediately to home. I hug my mom and then I go. He cannot express through words. He cannot express. So now the family is not there. So he wanted to come and he wanted to just sit there and then just shake hands and go. And then there are some students who just come, sit in the chair. Either they cry or they just simply sit and they walk off. It is a great deal between me and the student. Some say that I feel this space here. I just want to sit, ma'am. That's all. Don't ask me any questions. I said, okay, fine. For them, that presence is very important. One fellow told me, ma'am, even if you're not there in the room, I'll come, touch the door and go. Because for him, I'm not important, but the place is important. So this gives them a feeling of belongingness. That is very important. For the people who are gift as love language, we have to respect their belongings. Even a small pin you cannot touch without their permission. They are very sensitive to even chocolate papers, letters. All hoarding will happen. So when the family member can understand this is how they are, it will be easy for us to handle them. So usually my sessions will go this way: conjoined session and then individual session, where this is my belief. Okay, I'll give an example. Family starts from couples. So family, when couple comes together, then we have to keep this in mind. This is my understanding. If any one of you have new ideas, you can just share. When a boy and a girl after marriage they come together, both are two different individuals coming together, and this is how I perceive things. Each one come with their invisible bag of all hurt, trauma, this, that, all their past. All their past gives them a particular color of the goggles. Okay, they wear a glass. So for me, if it is a red color goggle from my family, past experience, all those things. For my husband, if it is a green color, we see an apple. I see the apple as red. He sees apple as green. First time we say, okay, yeah. Okay, like green, little green is here and there. It's okay. And then when days goes by, we don't get along with each other because whatever I see is totally different from whatever he sees. And we don't understand, we see from our brain map that we carry, not the reality. So both of them have to sit, remove it, and plan how their family has to be. In that planning, again, the past will interfere. So it's always better to work individual sessions with each of them in a separate way, and then wherever is necessary, then we can have a conjoined session and talk about the common things that are happening in the family. My understanding, the more it is formal, the more it is better. A very formal style of having a family is the best way of having a family. Of understanding, giving the space, empathy, compassion, everything we can fit in. But if you have the strong belief that this is not love, that is not love, and we have our own past coming inside, then it is going to be a chaos, enmeshed relationship within family. So usually, conjoined session on the first or 1 or 2 sessions where they totally ventilate, and then parallelly, 2 individuals, you have to work separately on their emotions and childhood traumas. And then when they come together, most of the time it is dialoguing sessions. We work on the common areas of the family which has to be set, like finance, lifestyle, the norms, the belief system that both have, and how do we manage conflicts and all those things.
Excuse me, madam.
Yes, sir.
Does it not really superficial? We have to act like that.
That is the
Because
investment.
it won't work along. If I superficially am acting it.
Yes. Now
Better
we are
to
today.
understanding each other's behavior and what are the nature. They both can do the better thing, better option or better this thing they can do.
Yes.
Otherwise, it's a totally superficial. For pleasing her or pleasing him, I'm doing that thing, formal ways. But inner something is different.
Yeah, there is a small difference here. The pleasing comes only in the workplace because we have something to get from them and we have to be there as employee and all those things. When it comes to family, it's all about acceptance. Acceptance. I'll tell you what is the secret behind working in an individual session. Maybe I have another big chunk to cover. I'll give you that answer, sir. Definitely.
Okay.
Yeah. So usually for individual therapies, it will be more of NLP techniques works, BKD, anger management, an empty chair, CBT, whatever is necessary for the client on a work to work on the uh, uh, root level. We can definitely go with that. When it conjoined session, and we can go issue one after the other and tailor our therapy according to that. Since Sir asked me that question, I want to give a small example. One of my friend, husband, wife, and 2 children, recently they were working in the same office. They are into government sector, and they have to go for uh, some auditing to many offices together, and both took separate cab. Both hold a different position, so they have to take different cabs. They were going to 3 4 places on a day. And this girl, she was having that day, some auspicious day to get gold. So she had a gold coin in her bag, handbag. And since it's a government vehicle, she didn't bother about leaving her handbag in the cab. And she was going for auditing. And when she came back, something struck her and she wanted to check whether the gold coin is still there in the bag. It was missing. So she called her husband. He was in another cab. Then he said, okay, we'll see what could be done. And with all their intelligence, they found out only this particular driver must have taken. So the driver, after 2 hours of enquiring him and all those things, he accepted that he took, because after checking the car, it was there in the uh, stepney tire. He hid that thing there and he was caught. And his wife said, okay, this fellow, at least now he accepted, let us leave him because it is a public place. I don't want it to be a big issue. Okay, whatever it is, we'll handle it later. Now we'll send him off. But this husband did not allow. He said, no, how can he do that? And it was a big drama on the road. He didn't even think that he is a government official in a very big post. This husband slapped that guy on the public. She couldn't take it. She couldn't take it at all. Then after 2 days, she didn't talk to him properly after coming home. And this fellow was okay. Then slowly she asked, what made you to behave in such a way in front of so many people? Because I know you very well. You're not such type of person. You're very conscious and when it comes to public places and you maintain a dignity in front of everyone. How can you go to such a level that you just pull him with the collar and you slapped him? Then this fellow said, I don't know why did I do. And that day was over. But still the friction was there between them. This fellow was thinking about it. And then next day he told, when I was sixth standard, uh, my home, parents were in the front door, sitting in the hall and talking. I was in the back door. We have many plants over there. I could see one thief entering inside and I had to shout. I shouted, but the parents did not hear my noise. Then somehow I made all the attempts to send him off. I came and told my mom and dad that one fellow came to uh, take things from home. Somehow I managed. I chased him out. These the parents have told, "You are a boy. Don't you even have a guts to hit him?" So he connected to be a man, boy, that hitting is showing his power. This is how we all struggle from within. We have all this belief system and then we take it out with a family member, that becomes a chaos without even realizing why we do that. Now, coming to the lovely part of the program, with all the clients that we work with, the major thing that really works is teaching them to forgive each other. Can anyone tell what is forgiveness? Your understanding of forgiveness.
Not holding grudges, just forgetting things and moving on gradually.
Forgetting things and moving on gradually.
Let go attitude.
But
Let go.
let it go,
Ignoring.
but it will not happen.
Ignoring. Okay, let it go. It will not happen. Okay.
Releasing that person.
Releasing that person
Yes, ma'am.
from
Whatever you're holding against
how?
you.
How? These are all definitions that you're giving. How? How do you do that? For example, you're very angry on me. How will you forgive me? This is where we all get stuck. Mm. Either you should think that, okay, this particular person is a mad person, so I accept him as a mad person. This is how he'll behave, then it is forgiving. Sometimes accepting. Is it possible to accept, to ignore,
To release the negative emotions.
Wonderful. To release negative emotions. How?
Just by talking to that person on whatever the mistake that has been done, and not by recollecting the same thing again and again whenever some other fight comes on a ABC.
Yeah.
Reconnecting again with the same thing. That day this happened, so only again you're doing the same thing. Though you say, okay, fine, let it go. Again, you are recollecting and reconnecting things. That shouldn't happen, is what
Lovely.
forgiveness is practically.
Lovely.
Yeah, they are voluntary release, and the person individual have to present themselves first.
Okay.
They
Will
have
that
to.
work? Will that work in every case? For
Yeah,
example,
just,
you're angry on me, or I'm angry on Rajalakshmi ma'am, and I know her for many years. I've seen her in many programs, and I'm really angry on her. Is it possible for me to come and tell you that you did this that day, you did this that day, and I'm forgiving you? May the Lord
yeah,
forgive you.
I want my therapist to work for me, to be with me, and just like to help me out.
Yes, yes. So we all have the understanding of what forgiveness is.
It is
But
just,
let's see.
just like REBT type. Yeah.
Oh, REBT. No, this is something to do within. Something to do within. I'll tell you
The
what.
internal process.
Yes, internal process. We all think that forgiveness is forgiving someone else, but it is not forgiveness. It is not forgiveness. For example, I'm angry with some X, Y, or Z. It is just like, I love this phrase. It's just like having a spoon of poison and hoping that the other person will die happily.
Mhm.
But who is going to die? The person who took the poison. That is me. Okay? Okay. Forgiveness is not something, a lot of people get it wrong all the time, because it's not about the other person. It's not about the person who is X, Y, or Z in front of you who did the mistake. It will not go away when you say sorry, or when you encourage the same behavior again. If I'm angry on one particular person, I want to show him that I have forgiven him, so that I give him the same space again and again, and he does the same mistake again and again. At the end of the day, I am hurt. My anger is more. So each time I get hurt, I drink one spoon of poison and happily waiting for the other person to die. Okay. So what is forgiveness? They say forgiveness is only within you. For example, I am angry with this particular person who is X. It's not about this person, but the meaning that I give in my brain for this person, the space and pain I give for this person, that makes lot of sense. I have to not to work with this person. I should not take this person into consideration, because whenever I see them, it will trigger. So can I take this physical person away, and can I deal with the person that I have in my brain, which gives me lot of pain and anger to myself.
Ma'am,
So
choosing peace over holding grudges, ma'am. Forgiveness is.
yeah, it's easy to tell. It's very easy to word it out. But again, the meaning of peace, how do you do that?
To excuse the wrongdoing, ma'am. Negativity.
Excusing is not uh, doesn't it's not a solution, because you excuse one time, it is like adding drop by drop. You're telling you can put a hole at the underneath of the pot, and then you can drain little water, but that is not going to work out. Probably the healing should happen with self. For example, I am angry with this person. Now, mentally, I have to take this physical person out, and I have to take the responsibility. I am going to handle the pain that I'm holding in my brain. and nervous system and my body, because all three things are very important because they carry the memory. All the things is I carry the memory, right? That memory is giving me the intense pain. So can I work on myself in taking away the pain so that the memory is intact? Whatever the fellow X has done to me, it is fresh in my mind, but without pain. That is important. Can I go to that stage to work on that?
Ma'am, isn't it accepting first?
Yeah,
Acceptance comes first, and then
yes.
we believe that
First,
forgiveness is
first
not
thing
for the
is,
other person, it is for
yes.
us.
First thing is taking responsibility, then accepting. Then comes accepting. First, you should tell yourself, this is my problem. I'm going to work with my brain and my body and my nervous system. It has nothing to do with that fellow at any cost. If you can really tell this in your mind from your heart, genuinely, there your healing starts. There
Ma'am,
you,
in short, madam, sorry,
yes,
madam, it's like, in short, it's like giving clean chit to that person. Like, no, not
pardon?
holding anything
No,
against him.
no. It's
What,
actually not
I didn't
giving the
get
green chit to the other person. It is like green chit to yourself that now you can move
yourself.
on, letting it go.
Wonderful. Yes. Letting it go, because we are working only with our brain, because we have drank the poison and and it is poisonous in your body and brain. It's not with the other person. He is happily eating biryani and sleeping in his
Yeah.
house. The only person who's carrying him wherever you go is you. So we have to be very careful in thinking, taking responsibility. That will bring you acceptance, and then you work on your emotions so that it will lead you to proper forgiveness. I think you have to, each one have to take one incident and try doing it. There are many therapies which will help you out with this. Um, yeah, the surrendering techniques. There is a beautiful book called At Zero or Zero Limits. I'm sorry, I forgot the author's name. Where you find this Hawaiian prayer, a 4-line prayer that really works with my clients, and meditation, prayer, service. See, these things will make your pineal gland active. Simple. The more the happy hormones and pineal gland is active, it is it will automatically detox your pain in your brain and nervous system. Simple. So it is very important you teach these techniques to make the people understand and work out with their family members, because each time when you see a person in front of you and this memory comes, that disturbs the whole day. That's why we all have memories at home. For example, morning you get up, you have your coffee in one particular place in the sofa, in one particular position. When you go to other place, you're totally fine. But when the moment you enter, you say no to everything. You become lazy. You change your dress, you're totally different. Because we all have memories set up here and there, which will make you to hold and give you pain on the long run. So, as a person, as a therapist, it's very important for any therapist to take every session as a eye opener, because every clients are new. We talk about family therapy all these days, but how many of the family come together as for therapy? It's a big question mark. We have one person coming and we have to find out there is something wrong with the family, and then we have to pull one by one inside, and then we have to talk to them, we have to educate them, we have to tell them what to do, what not to do, and then they build trust on us, and then we go to the setup change. So as a therapist, each session is new. We should not be biased, and it is very sensitive, because when we have some issues, we project it there. If in my family only boys will go to chicken shop and get chicken every time, and I have never visited a shop, and I cannot tell that to my client. No. You cannot allow the wife to go to the mutton shop and get mutton. You should not tell that. It is their family, it is their problem, and they are going to find solution. You are just there to give the space and guide them here and there. And you see that it is not overflowing and it is into the track. And we don't have any rights even to touch the problem directly. We have to be very clear in that. And if you on the go, if you find that something is triggering you where you had to react for something, make a pause, take a break, come back and work on yourself. For example, if my mother-in-law and I have some issues here which I did not forget, and that image is still there, that lady must have died and gone long years, but still I have somewhere in the corner of a mother-in-law picture in my brain. And when some women come in front of me and talk about her mother-in-law, I just react. Yeah, everyone are like that only. These people don't have brains. Because I have somewhere that meaning bothering me. So I have to pause there. I have to come back, work on the self that which I have in the small brain of 1.36 kg, which does all these dramas. And then I have to get back to the session and try to see the individuals before you work as a system. That makes a lot of sense. And please don't give false hope. Don't give false hope. One day your father will change. One day he will stop drinking. One day the things will go upside down. One day you will win. Don't give all those things. Let's talk things which is practical and just put everything on the plate. So don't apply your norms to others' life. Your norms to others' life. Like who is cooking in your family? What do they do? Why they are doing like this? Why don't you ask? Don't do like that. And then be very careful. We have to make it very clear about the procedures of counseling. This is how it works. People may get sick on the process. People may get angry. The emotions may erupt here and there. And they have to be clear on why this is happening. Because one person, when they try to change, the other person should support the change. They cannot say, till yesterday you were like this, today you went to that madam and you became like a saint. Don't talk to me like that. That should not be there. That sarcastic thing should not be there. So we have to take responsibility to make the things very clear. And the level of confidentiality that we maintain is very important when it comes to students of 18 years. Please get the consent. Below 18, please get the consent. Even above 18, please get the consent. And our first major duty should be strengthening the client first, whoever it is, wherever the problem is, focus on the client first. So this is on the lighter side. This is how we are. And we hold a position more than a parent, more than a friend. So he shares all the secret side of, the client shares all the secret side. We cannot compare ourselves with the ChatGPT because now they are crazy on that. But still, we hold a position more than a parent and a friend. So we have to be very conscious in what words we use and how to guide them in a proper way. And this is my concluding note. We repeat what we don't repair. We repeat what we don't repair. The moment you don't forgive someone, we repeat the same thing again and again. Whether it's a bad habit, unresolved issue, or a past mistake, ignoring is just keeps you stuck in the same loop. So start breaking the cycle, face what it needs, fixing and move forward. Growth only happens when it takes action. All the very best. Thank you very much for your patience listening. Thank you for your wonderful questions. I really enjoyed the session and I don't mind sharing the PPT and all the very best for your future. Thank you so much. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for the wonderful session. Your presentation is so clear and fascinating, ma'am. Now, dear participants, the session is open for discussion. If you have any questions, you can post it in chat box or you can ask.
Okay, I have one question, ma'am. Just as you mentioned that about AI. So now we have chat boxes, we have AI playing the role of counselors nowadays. So and they seem to be more empathetic in nature as compared to real therapists. And in today's generation, we have the Gen Z going towards AI as compared to it's more open for them, and they're more accepting of it. So how do you think it is affecting us as counselors?
Personally, I've seen cases where students used to come and cry. One day I had a student who came and cried for 20 minutes non-stop, non-stop. He used only this word, I have been cheated, I have been cheated, I have been cheated. I was very curious to know who cheated you. Then he cried. Then after 25 minutes, then I made him to settle down, and then I asked what happened. No, I'm cheated. I felt really good because people will say someone has cheated. This fellow is telling I'm cheated. So I said, it's nice. Can I know what happened actually? What is bothering you? Were you in love with someone? He said yes. For how many months? For how many months? Then he said, for 3 months. I said, okay. Very painful? Yes, it's very painful. Then I asked, okay, 3 months. I know even for one day love, we have pain. Even 3 years of love, this pain is same. But I'm curious to know who is that person. He said, no, ma'am, I cannot tell. I said, okay. Okay, you have to let it out, right? Only then I can guide you. Actually, I was curious. Then he said, ma'am, it's a fake ID from Insta. So he was not able to take it. Sometimes they take AI as a real and they live with it, but the pain is the same for the brain and body. The brain cannot differentiate. Actually speaking, I've seen families where they really work together without using much of mobile and TV in the house, and they indulge themselves in a lot of physical activities. The husband goes for gym, the wife goes for dance class, and they take the people, children also out for this and that. Those type of people in the family, when they brought up, when the seed is sowed in a right way, when the childhood is happy, happy, goody, goody, even in this era, then automatically there will be little swing here and there when they come off in the teenage, but later they'll be very happy without getting stuck with the AI and other technologies. We have to understand one thing very clearly. Maybe tomorrow Father Arul may talk more about that. It is not that they wanted that, because they don't have something, they lack something. Can we make other family people to understand that what a person is lacking, can they give them? That is very important. For example, if three of us are living in the same house and one fellow is talking over the phone, other two are talking here, emotionally they are with someone else, right? It's a digital relationship. Emotionally, someone is there already in our home, the fourth person. If I'm also talking over the phone, the fifth person. When I go to bed, I think about all my clients are in my bedroom. This is how the world goes. So if we can take a conscious step towards physical activity and other things, if we can give more awareness on that, ma'am, to be very frank, this generation of Z generation and Alpha generation, they really look for role models. They don't go by our words. They don't go by our assignments or therapies. They literally go by our role modeling. They just observe and they just imitate. You won't believe that they are doing it. They are very intelligent in doing it. So if we can work on ourselves, we can create a good aura, we can spread the good energy that will really make difference. I've been doing it, and I've seen many people doing in this stage. I know many of you from the other side also will be doing it. Let's do it in a big scale as a group to make this generation to understand us, and let us also understand them in a better way. That will definitely minimize the usage of AI.
Thank you, ma'am. Very well said.
Any questions?
Ma'am, I'm audible, ma'am.
Yes, sir.
Ma'am, actually nowadays people want to group label them as a Gen Z kids and all like that. Okay. But my question is, in psychology, you already analyze and categorize people whatever in various groups, right? So my question is, are the psychology authors going to create a new books to address the issues.
True.
Because people think that simply label them as a Gen Z kids, they are unique in the universe like that. But as a psychologist, you know very well, they come under any one category already what is grouped. Okay. Because keep on labeling them. So people find that there is no unique, we cannot handle them and all. Kindly help the people, ma'am, because I won't believe Gen Z kids the logic and all. Because they have some unique characters, but in what category they are coming as per your understanding? Thank you.
Very true, sir. We categorize them, we label them because we don't know how to handle them. That is the fact. It is like just having a Mac computer in front of me and I'm an Android user. And I know that I don't know which key to press. And one time it is showing up, one time it doesn't show. And that is where I'm stuck. So I give a name to the product in front of me. This is my product, I know, but it works differently. This is
Yes,
where
yes.
we are all caught. This is where we are all caught. That is why we have to term it for our own usage. But practically speaking, they all are very unique. Maybe in our generation, we take a route which is long traveled, but they take short distance travel with very smart moves where we are not able to understand or take it. That is where the clash begins. That is where the clash begins. Otherwise, they are very intelligent. They are very good people to mingle with. See, I always tell the parents, uh, um, don't see from your age and grow up the child. You have to grow along with the child. You have to grow along with them. Only then you can understand what is their view. Actually, the way they express is little different from us. That's all.
Thank you, ma'am. Now I invite Rabia to propose vote of thanks.
Ma'am, am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Yeah.
Gratitude turns what we have into enough, and more, it turns denial into acceptance, chaos into order, confusion into clarity. Good evening to one and all. I am Rabia Rima from 2nd MSc Counseling Psychology, and it is indeed my privilege to deliver the vote of thanks as we conclude the fourth day of our International Faculty Development Program on the Wellness Home Pathway to Healthy Family Living. At the outset, I extend my heartfelt appreciation to our respected head of the department, Dr. A. John Balaya, for his inspiring guidance, constant encouragement, and unwavering support in making this program possible. We remain deeply indebted to you, sir. Our sincere gratitude is also due to our patrons, Reverend Dr. Paul Raj Michael S.J., Reverend Rector, Reverend Dr. M. Aryakosamy Xavier S.J., Secretary, and Reverend Dr. S. Mariadas S.J., Principal. Their vision and commitment to fostering both academic and personal growth continue to inspire initiatives such as this. A very special word of thanks goes to our esteemed resource person, Ms. Christina Venita Deepa, consultant psychologist, counselor, and family therapist from Loyola College, Chennai. Ma'am, your session was both insightful and engaging. You introduced us to emerging terms in family dynamics, explained techniques in family therapy, and as a therapist, you highlighted the vital role we play in creating safe spaces for growth and healing. You also beautifully showed how men and women differ in nature, the significance of birth order and family roles, and the importance of love languages. Your reflections on forgiveness, especially self forgiveness, as a crucial step toward recovery, and your interactive approach made the session truly meaningful. These thoughts truly enriched us, and thank you for clearing our queries with such patience and clarity. Thank you, ma'am. I would also like to place on record the tireless efforts of our organizing committee, Dr. V. Suganti, Ms. F.M. Christiba, Dr. Father M. Jayaselan, and Ms. Vanita Kandasamy. Your dedication and meticulous coordination ensured the smooth conduct of today's session. Our gratitude also goes to the advisory committee for their continued guidance and to the technical support team for managing today's online session with seamless efficiency. Finally, a heartfelt thank you to all the participants, faculty members, scholars, professionals, and students for your enthusiastic presence and active engagement. Your participation adds immense value and meaning to this program. With gratitude in our hearts, we conclude today's session and look forward to meeting you all again tomorrow for yet another enriching discussion. Thank you and have a wonderful evening.
Thank you, Rabia. Thank you, ma'am. Dear participants, take your time in filling out the Google form, which is posted in the chat box. Thank you, everyone. We will meet tomorrow. Have a pleasant evening.
Thank you.